Magandang gabi, teachers. So this is another review on social studies in Gen Ed. We will specifically present questions on Rizal, history, and politics. Okay, so shall we start? Number one, which of the following was not a program or initiatives of President Carlos P. Garcia's administration? A. Filipino First Policy. B. Land reform. C. Revival of the Filipino culture through arts and historical awareness. And D. Austerity policy. Okay, so let us know what is this Filipino First policy. This was introduced and implemented by the administration of President Carlos P. Garcia. So obviously, this is not the answer because the question is which of the following was not a program? Okay, so be very mindful no of the question. All right, so letter C, revival of the Filipino culture through arts and historical awareness was also credited to President Carlos P. Garcia. And the austerity policy, um, this was also implemented no, during the presidency of Carlos P. Garcia. So the answer is it's letter B, land reform, because land reform was not mentioned on the programs or the initiatives of President Garcia. Okay, number two, why is the Nile River known as an international river? A. It flows into the Mediterranean Ocean. B. It supplies water to Egypt and Sudan. C. It crosses 11 countries in Southeast Africa. And letter D. It is the longest river in the world. Okay, so ang tamang sagot ay letter C. It crosses 11 countries in Southeast Africa. So that is why the Nile River is known to be the international river. Okay, so it crosses along 11 countries: the Tanzania, Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi, Congo, Kinshasa, Kenya, Ethiopia, Eritrea, South Sudan, Sudan, and Egypt. Number three, the Republic Act that requires the compulsory teaching of Rizal Course and the lives of other Filipino patriots is what RA? Is it A, RA 7796, B, RA 7784, letter C, RA 1425, letter D, RA 8049? Okay, so let us know what is this RA 7796. It is the Technical Educational and Skills Development, or the TESDA Act of 1994. Okay, that is the RA 7796. Okay, and letter B, RA 7784. This is an act to strengthen teacher education in the Philippines by establishing centers of excellence, creating a teacher education council. Okay, and the letter D, RA 8049. That is an act regulating hazing, no, and other forms of initiation rights sa mga fraternities, sororities, and organization, and providing penalties therefore. And obviously, the answer is RA 1425. That is letter C. Okay, so this is an act, no, to include in the curricula of all public and private schools, colleges, and universities courses on the life, works, and writings of Jose Rizal, particularly the No Limitangere and El Filibusterismo, authorizing the printing and distribution thereof and for other purposes. Okay, so that is RA 1425. Number four, the first teachers in the Philippines during the American rule were the blank: A. American soldiers, B. The grade 7 graduates, letter C. Maestro in every village, and letter D. Tribal leaders. The answer is letter A. It's American soldiers. So the Thomasites, in response to the teacher shortage, resulting from the creation of the centralized public education system. Volunteer American soldiers became the first teachers of the Filipinos. Okay, number 5. In 200 BC, where did women enjoy full property rights management at their business affairs? A. Egypt and Babylonia. B. Kingdom of Israel and Judah. C. Italy and Sicily. And D. Athens and Sparta. The answer is letter A. It's Egypt and Babylonia. Number 6. What was the Sumerian epic table tale which told creation of the world and the flood in time, which was borrowed by the Hebrew Bible? A. Hammurabi. B. Beowulf. C. Ziggurat. And D. Gilgamesh. Okay, the answer is it's Gilgamesh. Okay, so the flood narrative from the Gilgamesh epic remains the most overt connection between the Hebrew Bible and the Mesopotamian epic narrative, some 100 years after it was first noted by George Smith. Okay, number 8, to which was claimed to be the most tangible symbol of the Cold War? A. Vatican. B. Berlin Wall. C. The Great Wall of China. And D. Tiananmen Square. Okay, so the answer is letter B. It's Berlin Wall. Okay, though, so the Berlin Wall separated East Germany and West Germany, so acting as a physical barrier that symbolized the political division of the time. So the other side became the German Democratic Republic, and the other side is the Federal Republic of Germany. Number 9, um, the Red Cross humanitarian job is to gather and give needed blood to the needy. Name the universal blood type. A. Type O. B. Type AB. And letter C. Type B. And letter D. Type A. Okay, so alam nating lahat that the universal blood type is type O. Okay, so the for emergency transfusions, blood group type O negative blood is the variety of blood that has the lowest risk of causing serious reactions for the most of people who received it. Because of this, it is sometimes called the universal blood donor type, type O. Number 10, the new Philippine 100 peso bill was a back image and description of what Philippine iconic natural wonder? A. Banawe rice terraces in Ifugao. B. Mayon volcano in Albay. C. Chocolate Hills in Bohol. And D. Tobatha Reefs Natural Park in Sulu. The answer is letter B. Mayon volcano in Albay. Okay? Number 11, who was the Spanish Governor General who ordered the deportation of Jose Rizal to Dapitan? A. Governor General Eulogio Dispujol. B. Governor General Carlos Maria de la Torre. C. Governor General Camilo de Polavija. And D. Governor General Fermin Houdines. Okay, ang tamang sagot ay letter A, Governor General Eulogio Dispol. Okay, so he served as a Spanish Governor General of the Philippines between 1891 and 1893. So on July 7, 1892, this Governor General made public the order of the deportation of Dr. Jose Rizal to Dapitan. Number 12, this poem was written by Rizal when he was 15 years old. Okay, so his memories of Calamba demonstrated his innate love of nature and ultimately developed into a greater love of nation. Okay, so what was the title of the poem? Is it A. Remembrance to My Hometown? B. Our Mother Tongue? C, this is our mother tongue. Okay. C, to education, and D, intimate alliance between religion and education. So the answer is remembrance to hometown. So in memory of my town, Rizal wrote it in 1876 when he was 15 years old while a student in the Ateneo de Manila. So this poem is about the Calamba, the place where he was born, which he loved very dearly. 13. This was a prize winning poem of Rizal when he was a student in UST. So, this poem proved that an Indio was not only equal but also more superior than Spaniards in poetry writing. Okay, so when we say Indio, during the Spanish colonial period, the natives of the Philippines were usually known as Indios. Okay, so what was the title of the poem? Is it A, to the Filipino youth, B, they ask me for verses, C, him to Talisay, and letter D, Kundiman? Okay, ang sagot ay letter A, the Filipino youth. Okay, or the Ala Juventud Filipina. So Rizal submitted this piece for a poem contest organized for Filipinos by the Manila Lyceum of Art and Literature. So at the age of 18, this work is beaming with strong messages to convince readers, the youth in particular, that they are the hope of the nation. So, Ala Juventud Filipina, English translation to the Filipino youth, first presented in 1879 in Manila while he was studying at the University of Santo Tomas. Okay, number 14. Blank was named Distinguished and Ever Loyal City by Legazpi. A. Manila, B. Cebu, C. Bohol, and D. Samar and Leyte. The answer is letter A. It's Manila. Okay, so Legazpi declared the area of Manila as the new capital of the Spanish colony in June 24 1571. So because of its strategic location and rich resources, he also proclaimed the sovereignty of the monarchy of Spain over the whole archipelago. So King Philip II of Spain delighted at the new conquest achieved by Legazpi and his men, awarding the city of the coat of arms and declaring it as Ciudad Insigne y siempre leal, or the distinguished and ever loyal city. So it was settled and became the political, military, and religious center of the Spain Empire in Asia. Number 15, the Allies of World War II called the United Nations from January 1, 1942 declaration, where the countries that together opposed the Axis powers during the Second World War. Which among the countries belongs to the Allies? Is it A, Japan, B, France, C, Italy, and D, Germany? Okay, so these were the countries, no, that belongs to the Axis powers, the Germany, Italy, and Japan. Okay, so the letter A, C, and D was a member of the Axis power. So obviously, the answer is letter B, France. Okay, so France, the Allied powers, were the Great Britain, the US, the Soviet Union, France, and China. Number, yes, okay. So number 16, why is the Philippines described to have the largest diaspora network in the world? A. OFW's dollar remittances prop the nation's economy. B. The number of Filipinos marry foreigners. C. Its insular nature makes its Filipino live far apart. And D. About 11% of its population is overseas. Okay, ang sagot ay letter D. It's about 11% of its population is overseas. So the Philippine labor diaspora, when we say diaspora, it is the group of people or the population, is one of the largest in the world with around 9 million people or 11% of the population working overseas and sending massive remittances that contribute to the economy. Number 17, which is a visible Hispanic legacy? A. Love for fast food. B. Love for basketball. C. Prevalence of noodles. And D. Prevalence of Spanish surnames among Filipinos. Okay? So the answer is prevalence of surnames among Filipinos. So this is a visible Hispanic legacy. Okay, marami tayong mga apelyido no nakakatunog or parang Spanish pa siya. Okay, so the most visible Hispanic legacy is the prevalence of Spanish surnames among Filipinos. 18. Every year, income taxes are filed by payer of 18 years and above. How do government and company workers pay their taxes? A. Advance credit. B. Withholding tax monthly. C. Salary deduction. And D. Cash payment on. Okay. So ang sagot dito ay letter B. It's withholding taxes monthly. Okay, so all income received by an employee from his or her employer are presumptively taxable and subject to withholding. Number 19, Rizal was 8 years old when he wrote this poem. He realized the ultimate importance of having a native tongue. A. Remembrance to my hometown. B. Our mother tongue. C. To education. And D. Intimate alliance between religion and education. Okay, ang sagot ay letter B. It's our mother tongue. This is tongue. Okay, so Jose Rizal wrote the poem to motivate people to love their mother tongue. So he urged them to value their language as it reflects their identity. So Rizal believed that loving one's dialect would also increase their love for their country. For a nation deprived of independence, the people need to learn to fight for themselves. Number 20, the Russian president who gave Crimea to Ukraine in 1954 is blank. A. Vladimir Putin. B. Mikhail Gorbachev. C. Joseph Stalin. And D. Nikita Khrushchev. Okay, the answer is it's Nikita Khrushchev. Okay, so in 1954, Soviet leader Nikita Khrushchev gave Ukraine a gift, Crimea. At that time, it seemed like a routine move, but 6 decades later, that gift is having consequences for both countries. Okay, so that would be all. Thank you so much for listening, and good evening.